On this video, we'll be test driving the 2016 Chevy Silverado pickup truck. In this case, we have upgrades such as the 4-door crew cab, the Z71 off-road package. If you're a fan of Chevrolet trucks, and I assume you are since you're watching this video, I want to show you another Chevy truck that I ran across recently that I wish was in my garage. Unfortunately, someone snagged it before me. Let's roll that quick tape. The Brett Jackson car auction is over, and these are vehicles that have been sold on their way to transport. Now, technically, we're not supposed to be out here past midnight, but since I'm such a very important person with total access, I'm allowed to give you a bit of a tour. Well, kind of. Okay, Chevy lovers, a 1966 C15 pickup truck. 100% original barn find out of Tennessee. Everything's original except the tires. The original wood in the bed. Original rusty panel around the window. And original interior and original seats. And the original beat up paint has been clear coated to preserve its nice luster. Yes, some lucky dude just picked this up for $6,500. I'd pay that. We're back to the present, and if you think $6,500 was a lot of money for that old truck, wait till you see the price of this one. The base price of a full-size Chevy truck usually starts around $27,000. This one was loaded up with just about everything. I can't read everything on the list here because it's about as thick as a phone book. Let's just say the standard price for this crew cab with all the goodies started at $47,700. And if that wasn't enough, chrome wheels at $1,495, chrome assist step $700, vented seats $650. Then we have trailer brake controller, leather bucket seats, upper tie downs, blah blah blah. Let's just cut to the chase. The price came to $52,585. The price of a small condo. By the way, I have a lot of friends who refuse to buy Toyota and Nissan trucks because they say they want to buy American. And then when I show them their Chevrolets made in Mexico, they get extremely upset. Of course, I'm just messing with them. I really don't care where a truck's made, and you shouldn't either. This is a nice truck, and that's all that counts. This is the most popular engine in the Chevy truck line, the proven 5.3 liter V8. Putting out 355 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 383 pounds-feet of torque at 4,100 RPM. Hooked to an 8-speed automatic transmission. The fuel consumption figures for this combination is 15 in the city, 21 on the highway. Naturally, if you get a two-wheel drive truck with a smaller cab, that will increase. For light-duty use, there is a V6 engine available. For those who need more power for hauling extra heavy loads, there's also a monster 6.2 liter V8. If I recall, the horsepower is 420 on that with gobs and gobs of torque. I've already tested that. Got around 13 mpg in the city and 19 on the highway. But for general use, this 5.3 will do just fine. For those interested, the towing ability in this particular vehicle with four-wheel drive is 10,800 pounds. Or 11,100 in two-wheel drive. The fuel tank holds 26 gallons, so you can go a good ways before you run dry. Chevrolet has always had nice interiors on their trucks. We get so here. An excellent gauge cluster with lots of useful information. A simple button that gives you two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, and four-wheel drive low. Large enough to use with gloves. A very easy to use climate control system with, again, large knobs and large buttons. In fact, everything in this vehicle has large knobs and large buttons. Something I wish we could have on all vehicles. We do get two glove boxes, but they're extremely dinky. You don't count on carrying much in here. But the center console makes up for that. Plenty of storage here. Especially the center box I'm told the top of this box is a cell phone charger. Stick your phone on top, it charges mysteriously. I don't have a phone like that, but I'll take their word for it. There's only one main gripe I have about this truck. It applies to all full-size Chevy trucks and GMC trucks. That's the gas and brake pedal placement. Bottom line is, they're located too far apart. If you're the size of Andre the Giant and have a size 15 shoe, this might not be an issue, but for normal-sized people or petite females with smaller feet, this becomes rather annoying, especially in stop-and-go traffic where you're constantly having to lift your leg back and forth instead of just the tip of your foot. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how to fix this problem, so stay tuned, don't go away. Alright, enough about the features. It's time to take this out and start driving it. We'll start by looking at the headlights. I'm curious to see how these tiny little bulbs perform in the dark. I think it's dark enough. Let's try out these headlights. Just went out. From a distance of 100 feet, we have the low beams. Plenty of light. High beams, even more. This building is 300 feet away on high beams, lights up quite well. Even the low beams reach out. Excellent headlights. I'm surprised considering the small size. We're taking the Silverado on a freeway trip. First to see what the performance is like, and so far I'm impressed. Very smooth ride, low wind noise, very comfortable. Of course, we'll also be checking the real-world fuel economy on this trip and see how close it is to the EPA figure. Okay, here we go. 91 miles on the freeway, keeping it as close to 75 miles per hour as I could. 18.3 mpg. Now that we've done our freeway drive, it's time to take it off pavement and get a little dirt on this. This optional Z71 suspension is doing a great job of absorbing bumps. Very stable too. I'm not going to take this out and do any serious off-roading. That's because these side steps, or running boards as they're called, have cost me too much ground clearance. That makes them very easily damaged, and Chevrolet likes getting their vehicles back in one piece. Frankly, putting something like this on a 4x4 doesn't make any sense to me, but that's just me. If I'm buying the truck, you'll never see this on my vehicle. But it will give me a chance to haul a bunch of firewood on some property I have. And that brings up another issue. If you're going to get a GMC or Chevy truck, get the factory spray-in Bedliner. Far better than those aftermarket drop-ins. Well worth the money. Well, after a 6-hour hike, I've been attacked by rattlesnakes, scorpions, and vultures. So right now, I need to find the truck. Because if I lose the truck, I think Chevrolet is going to get upset. But then if I lose the truck, I'll be dead from exposure and starvation, so it really won't matter, will it? I think that's it. I just might make it. And once again, after hauling all that nasty firewood and other items, the bed is in perfect condition, just needs a sweeping out. It'll be good as new. Another reason for getting the factory spray-in bed liners. Can't stress that enough. Occasionally I'll get an email from somebody telling me the drop-in aftermarket bed liners are better for rather dumb reasons that they list. I think they belong to the Flat Earth Society. By the way, I really like this step feature in the bumper. It makes unloading and loading a lot easier. Wonder why Ford and Dodge don't do this. I'll say one thing about Chevy trucks. They do have the best air conditioning system, which comes in very handy on a roasting hot day like this. Yeah, get that blower on. Turn it down to 64. Here's our second fuel economy highway run. If you recall, the first trip we took was 91 miles with 18.3 mpg. The return trip, which was going slightly downhill instead of uphill, 90.4 miles at 21.5 mpg. So why don't we just round it off to 20 mpg, which is only 1 mpg less than the EPA said on the window sticker. I think that's good enough for me. So if you too are having an issue with the pedal spacing, I'm going to show you what to do about it. I found a simple solution to this issue is to take a door stop that you can get at any hardware store and tape it to the gas pedal. It raises your contact about 2 or 3 inches and problem solved. A tacky solution, but it works. By the way, for those who don't know what a door stop is, they come in plastic or wood. That and some tape. And there you go, a brand new gas pedal. What are you doing? Go home. Get out of here. No, don't, on the leather seats. No, no, no. Don't you dare pee in here. Ow, ow, ow. Go home, beat it. We don't allow rats around here. Go on. This is what happens when little girls buy dogs they keep in their purse. Overall, the Silverado is an excellent truck, which is of course why they sell so many. I'm not sure I could afford a fully loaded 52 gram model like this, but they are less expensive versions. They're definitely worth looking at as well.